Right, we will be looking at lesson 3, and you can find all the other lessons on the YouTube channel as I have been sharing with all of you. Let's see what we're doing today. We are looking at the U sound for phonics. Reading is going to be Story 1, Inky and Snake. Tricky words will be a revision of all those tricky words that we have already done in term 1. And word families will be once again on the onset and rhyme approach, and it will be the at and et word family. And then our dictation sentence will be the blue glue was on the mat. Right, let's start with our U sound. Our U sound as a and a e next to each other, and together they say you. There is our picture, and the story goes that the king is feeling very important, and he is trying to identify his servants, and as he points to them, he says, you, you, you. And that's the sign that the children also use. For our word building and segmenting, we are going to look at our U words. Because it's early in the year, I have kept the b and the l separately with its own sound button. Later on in the year, it will become a blend and it will have one sound button underneath. But for now, I left it separately because we have not dealt with the blends yet. So they are going to go b-l-oo, blue, k-l-oo, clue, and g-l-oo, glue, t-r-oo, true. After that, we have our reading sheet, and you can read through that yourself. I'm not going to put any audio with that just in case you want to pause the screen for the kids to read with you. Now we have our tricky words. I'm just going to click through it once again so that if you want them to read it on the screen, you don't have my audio with it. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the purpose. So I shall start clicking and give a little bit of time for the kids to sit in front of the screen and read it to you. And there we go. I've put this photo on just to show you that you can really make anything with recycled material. This was a photo that I found on the internet where they've made their own onset and rhyme little books, and that's really excellent. It gives you a good idea of how we do the onset and rhyme. My instructional video also showed the onset and rhyme that I've done. This is how you can make your own book. You don't have to do it like this. If you don't want to, you can have separate cards as well. Just remember that the last letters must stay intact, so you keep them together. You don't split them up. And we are going to look at our at words. They're going to say b at, r at, s at, k at, h at, m at. And then after they've done that, they can say b at, bat, r at, rat, s at, sat, k at, cat, h at, hat, m at, mat. That is our at words. Here's our next one. I'll give a little bit of time after each slide, just if you want the children to read it to you, then you've got that scope to do so. This one, we're looking at our et word family, and you're going to do exactly the same with the et word family. So I'll give you a little bit of time so that they can read it to you. Right, and this is our dictation sentence for today. Please remember to remind them about the finger spaces as well as the capital letter in the beginning of the word, or at the beginning of the sentence, I mean, as well as the full stop at the end of the sentence. And please remember to sound out the words for them. The is a tricky word, so they can just start writing the with the capital T in the beginning. And then finger space, blue, blue, finger space, glue, glue, finger space, was is a tricky word, finger space, on, finger space, and then the again, our tricky word, finger space, mat, mat, and then full stop. Also remember that when you do the dictation sentence, you're going to read the sentence to them. The blue glue was on the mat. And then we clap how many words we're going to need. And then you start. What was the first word? What's the second word? And sound it out for them nicely as they write it. Thank you. Bye.